If Kamala wins, there'd be no Israel. That's a good sales pitch.
That's not.
Dude, that's actually so pathological. This is a dangerous statement right here. This is freakish. This is freakishly stupid.
If Kamala wins, there'd be no Israel.
Look, Myron's looking at him like, bro, are you going to say in front of our audience, which is literally all voting for Trump, that you're voting for a communist?
Fuck it. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not.
So you're not.
So low IQ. Yeah, Trump is America first. If you're not, literally leave.
We had so many false wars in these countries, bomb the shit out of these places, and they burn a flag. And look how they're terrorists. Americans are the terrorists.
Yes.
What's the
Literally leave our country, Sneako. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're calling Americans terrorists and you're saying vote for Kamala? 90 IQ tested on stream, guys.
But just because they wear funky clothes and they have hats that we don't understand.
No, it's because they've conducted terrorism against the civilized world. And whether or not you think the CIA made them do it, right? Or you think the CIA did a certain event. When we went over there, we still found terrorist cells whose mission, in words, in writing, in their meetings, was to destroy America. The United States is not an Islamic country, brother, and we're not going to be one. And if you're saying you're not going to vote for Trump because he doesn't support unironic racism, literally leave the country. Fucking degenerate. Let me make something very clear to like the idiot Sneako fans that would repeat this like ultra low IQ stuff. You want to cosplay as serious strong men, but obviously not really, but you know, you want to portray that. America went and dominated your ass for 2 decades in a row. 400,000 people dead after 2001. Trump is the uniparty against the radical left and against the forces of degeneracy. And if you don't like it, you can literally get deported. America is not a Muslim country. It is a Christian country. And we don't need 90 IQ people saying, oh, I'm going to vote for Kamala because I hate Israel. America first is the message. Guys, I didn't want to have to make this video, and I wanted to avoid saying this because I know Sneako and I are eventually going to meet. But with this video, he brought it on himself, and he has a very low IQ. It's clear he has a great work ethic, but he's very low IQ. The clip of him saying he's not going to be voting for Trump is what sealed the deal on me having to call out this total mental degeneracy. This video that I'm about to show you of Sneako talking with Myron is filled with so many low IQ statements which are blatantly incorrect about Trump, the country, and just basic knowledge that was so out of congruence with reality that Myron was basically trying to babysit him. And guys, it's gotten to the point where this is now a bigger problem of we've let things on our side of the internet sort of get out of hand when it comes to this conversation of Israel and, I'm just going to say it, the Jewish people. I'm a Christian. I've obviously seen and been seeing what's been going on our side of the internet for a long time here. And this is where I could admit personal failing. I thought that this problem would go away, that it would self-correct, that people would realize that unironic racism towards Jewish people is like low IQ and cringe. I kept telling myself that because I'm like, there's no way, you know, I'm one of the people that thinks ironic racism, joking about that sort of thing is extremely funny. But unironic racism, judging people based on their identity, is literally low IQ and what the left does. Judging people's ideas, especially their ideas based on their identity, is what the left does. I think this video of Sneako, who used to be a part of the Red Pill, but is now saying things like he might vote for Kamala Harris instead of Trump, made me realize, okay, wait a second, this type of low IQ, literal racism that is part and parcel of the left, what we criticize about them, cannot be allowed to degrade us. We have tolerated for way too long low IQ, unironic racism against Jews on our side of the internet, and I am saying this as someone who identifies as a Christian. It's gotten to the point online where if someone on the right disagrees with someone else on the right, they just call their opponent Jewish. Like you see this everywhere on X. I am pointing out the effects of this terrible mental model. Like you would not unironically say your argument is invalid because you're black, or your argument is invalid because you're white. That's what the left does. That's racism. And Sneako is being captured by that intersectionalist doctrine of the left when he says he's going to vote for Kamala Harris instead of Trump. I can't believe he's been psyoped, but you know, he did take an IQ test on stream and it ended up being 90. We should not play their game because it is degenerate, low IQ, and ultimately evil. Here's the full clip. This is the 5-minute version of the video. Some of his statements here are just beyond comprehension. It's crazy.
I'm not voting for Trump.
That's fine, you don't have to. But
are you voting for Trump?
I'm
not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Trump.
That's fine, you don't have to. But
are you voting for Trump still after this?
Bro, yeah.
Are you still a Trump supporter after this?
Yes.
If you vote for
Dude, these people that would say they're not voting for Trump because he supports Israel are worse than these single-issue voter women who are literally like, if he doesn't swear to make abortion punishable by a public execution, then I'm not voting for him. When the alternative, guys, is literally enacted communism, the disintegration of free markets, the promise of censorship on the internet. Kamala Harris has promised these things. Oh, but I'm not going to vote for Trump because... Stop it. Wake up! Global civilization is on the brink.
Yeah, well,
Bro,
Israel's gonna be gone.
every single president after John F. Kennedy has been a hardcore Zionist. You do know that, right? Every single.
And guys, I am not a Zionist at all, okay? So before you type low IQ like slander that will get removed anyway in the comments, understand where you're at. This is not a place for TikTok brain. This is not a place where we enact or enable the common low IQ drivel you would hear elsewhere. This is a very serious topic.
When Lyndon B. Johnson took office, we became the United States of Israel.
Literally educating Sneako, Myron literally has to educate Sneako from like ground zero. After Kennedy, every single president was pro-Israel. So it's so disgusting that he would say he's not voting for Trump. Literally the beacon, dude, so low IQ. It's actually so low IQ.
The last president
It's
to
stupid.
be tough on Israel was John F. Kennedy, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And they killed his ass. Every single president since.
And it just says, yeah, like, okay, then if you know that, then why would you say something as egregiously stupid as that?
But he believes in this stuff.
It's gay. It's gay.
I understand like having to shill a bit and being like, okay, like you have to go to the AIPAC thing and have a flag.
It's gay. Yeah.
Trump genuinely believes.
If you think Israel shouldn't exist, you know, that's the equivalent of being on the left and being a communist. It's flawed in so many intellectual ways, both morally and objectively, rationally, that it's the same thing as being a communist. Do not be radicalized.
Believes that Muslims are terrorists. Like he called Biden, it slipped. He said, Biden's a Palestinian. And you're like, oh, okay.
Bro, these guys, okay, so look, when Trump says stuff, when Trump says like on the debate that a certain group of people are terrorists, or he's a Freudian slip, like calling someone a terrorist, that's funny. We should think that that's funny. And these guys should think that that's funny because they do that more than anyone else, especially Myron and Sneako.
Like he called Biden, it slipped. He said, Biden's a Palestinian. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sneako, if you're not voting for Trump because you think that he calls all Muslims terrorists, literally get out of the country. Literally leave. Your presence here is a net loss. If you're going to be telling people not to vote for the only way out of this terrible situation that we're in, the only way to defend ourselves from this communist takeover, then you are worse than every single illegal immigrant coming across the border. Literally leave.
And then he tweeted, he said,
He says they're Hamas or whatever. Yeah, that's gay.
Oh, another thing. If you're going to condemn what Israel's doing, you should be able to condemn what Hamas is doing and has done. Taking hostages, the massacre, objective facts that happen, killing of women and children. If you're going to act like, you care about the human tragedy of it all, then you have to care about the full picture of human tragedy. It's like leftists that say Black Lives Matter, but then they don't care at all about black people killing black people literally every single day in Chicago. Oh no, we only care about this slogan. Put quickly a profile picture of a black square. They're fake moral grandstanding. And that's exactly what you see with a lot of people that are like militantly against Israel. They're not protesting the loss of human life. They're protesting against some category that they think is easy to blame their problems on. Guys, blame your problems on people possessed by an ideology, because that's what it is. People with bad ideas are the problem. It is legitimately low IQ to think that a race of people is the problem. It's so low IQ that this was supposed to have been settled decades ago. And don't get it twisted. The left is the one who plays this game endlessly, pretending as though virtue is doled out based on your skin color. We can't play the same game because that's degenerate.
meet your new neighbors if Kamala wins. And it's a bunch of Afghanistani and Pakistani people burning American flag.
That probably wasn't even done in America.
Yeah, this was definitely in Afghanistan.
Probably somewhere in Afghanistan.
Bro, like, and we had so many false wars in these countries, bomb the shit out of these places, and they burn a flag. Look how they're terrorists. Americans are the terrorists.
Yes.
What's the
Literally leave our country, Sneako. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're calling Americans terrorists and you're saying vote for Kamala? 90 IQ tested on stream, guys. Do not listen to this person.
started versus the American military? How are we not a terrorist group starting all these false wars for no reason?
Because America is morally superior to everywhere else in the world, on average. Because Sharia law, despite all the hilarious jokes, which I love, believe me, I love it when Andrew Tate jokes about Sharia law. We must enact Sharia law. Sharia law is actually bad, guys. It's actually not good, right? It is good to have religious freedom, which is what America promises in its constitution. You think Afghanistan, Iran have freedom of religion? Degenerate.
It's the same thing.
No,
We've nuked more people, but just because they wear funky clothes and they have hats that we don't understand, we think that
No, it's because they've conducted terrorism against the civilized world. And whether or not you think the CIA made them do it, right? Or you think the CIA did a certain event. When we went over there, we still found terrorist cells whose mission, in words, in writing, in their meetings, was to destroy America. endless operations the United States conducted. And I'm not saying that this is like representative of all people of Iran, obviously, or all people of Afghanistan, whatever. But there were people in those countries, are people in those countries that literally chant death to America. Sneako, you're about to have a Hassan moment where you like endorse 9/11 or something. Except worse, because you're saying vote for Kamala and Americans are terrorists. Your brain your brain's literally broken.
They're terrible people, and he's playing into it. Trump believes in this stuff. Fuck it. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not.
So you're not
So low IQ. Yeah, Trump is America first. If you're not, literally leave. Get out.
gonna vote at all.
If Kamala wins, there'd be no Israel. That's a good sales pitch.
That's not.
Dude, that's actually so pathological, and this is a dangerous statement right here. This is freakish. This is freakishly stupid. What lack of neurons are firing in Sneako's head right now? I didn't want to have to ever like go at him like this, but a statement as stupid and degenerate as this needs to like be mocked and bullied. What the hell did you just say?
If Kamala wins, there'd be no Israel.
Look, Myron's looking at him like, bro, are you going to say in front of our audience, which is literally all voting for Trump, that you're voting for a communist? Insane.
Israel. That's a good sales pitch.
That's not true.
W Kamala.
She's a hardcore bro.
We're voting for Kamala.
Type in track APAC right now.
Yeah,
Look at how much
I know.
money-
I'm joking around. I know.
See, your brain.
Okay, look. He just said he's joking around, but your audience is going to take that seriously because, again, 90 IQ tested on stream.
That audience doesn't know this shit. They're saying
they know.
And Myron just backed me up on that. See?
They're
no, because
joking.
they're sitting here like saying, "Oh, Juran, you like, look."
And guys, the fact that that's the response, after all the things that Myron has said, that the rebuttal to saying vote for Kamala, who's a communist because then Israel would fall, is to call Myron a Jew? That's so stupid. That is so anti-intellectual. That is worse than what the left does. I am not lumping in Trump supporters in with Sneako's chat here, but Sneako's chat is supposed to be on our side. They're supposed to be the people that reject the, insane degeneracy of the left. And by the way, all the degeneracy of America that they criticize is coming from the left, literally stemming from the left, and yet they're not. Bro,
This is the thing.
Myron's Jewish.
Yeah, no. Fuck no. Let me be very clear about this, okay? So
and it's anti-intellectual to even like say something like that. It's stupid.
everyone understands. Because a lot of you people are
Stupid.
foreigners and you don't understand how American politics works. You cannot be the president of the United States.
And bro, Myron is educating Sneako right now. Myron is acting as though he's educating Sneako's chat, but he's really talking to Sneako right now because he knows that if this type of like low IQ drivel gets out of hand before the election, it could actually sway things.
Or any real political position of power and influence unless you shill for Israel. So to even use the filter of are they a Zionist or not is null and void because every
Right? It's like saying, does the candidate breathe? Oh my gosh, and don't vote for them.
single one of them is a Zionist. So you have to pick the person that's going to do the least damage, at least
Zionist may be an exaggeration, but they're definitely pro-Israel. Definitely.
I refuse.
the least amount of Israeli dick to some degree.
No, actually, you don't refuse, Sneako, because you literally have no choice in terms of voting. Your choices are to not vote or to vote for someone who is pro-Israel because those are the candidates. What is this low IQ statement? I refuse. No one's coming to your house and saying, is it okay with you if Donald Trump runs for presidency? He's already the nominee, by the way. Stupid.
Or just
That's fine. Don't vote. Yeah,
Or just
or you
don't
can not vote. That's fine. You don't got to vote. Now,
Yeah, Myron's literally like, yeah, what do you mean? You can just not vote or you do vote for them. You actually don't have a choice.
here's why I'm going to vote for Trump,
Jew run.
right? It's a Jew Kamal.
Dude, that's not funny. That's anti-intellectual. That is degenerate. That is like an OF girl twerking on X for views. In terms of degeneracy, that's equivalent to what Sneako just said. Guys, intellectual seriousness, which is what we need, is not low IQ, unironic discrimination on the right. That's monkey stuff. That's monkey stuff. Do not go down that path also, because then you'll be left out of the serious conversations with like the grown-ups.
Too. So the other thing.
She's not tweeting this though.
She has said way worse than that against Muslims. Way worse.
I've heard her on press conferences say, "I'm going to give Israel the aid that they need."
This is not even anything about Israel. This is just demonizing Muslims.
So let me go into why I'm going to vote for Trump. There's a bunch of reasons why. Number one, foreign policy. Right now, I know
Literally educating him on a kindergarten level about this is why Trump is better than having a communist as president.
you're talking about. Oh yeah, Trump is going to help Israel and all this other shit. This is what he's going to do. He's going to come in office. He's going to tell Netanyahu straight up, "You got 2 months, motherfucker. Here's what you need."
Right, being a strong leader means no war. There's the reason why all the wars happened when he wasn't in office. Everyone knows this.
Get this shit done. This looks really bad optically for both us and you, stupid ass. And you got to get.
Yeah, it does. And it's also wrong. See, as an intellectually serious person, I can call out what is objectively morally wrong. You see how easy that is? Because killing women and children is bad, no matter who's doing it. And any person that can't do that is not intellectually serious.
Get this shit done, right? He's going to put pressure on Israel to not extend this war any longer. And
he's shaking hands with Netanyahu last week. You know,
he's going to tell. He's going to
playing golf.
Shaking hands with a leader as if that means anything. What is this stuff he's saying?
They're doing 9 holes in his backyard.
Yeah, sure. But the point is that
So, dude, Myron's literally like, bro, are you an idiot? Like, what the fuck did you just say? You're a child. What the fuck?
he's going to tell him, yo, you got to end this war now, right?
Look at that
In
again.
his backyard.
Yeah, sure. But the point is that he's going to tell him, yo, you got to end this war now, right? Number 2, he's going to stop the conflict with Russia and Ukraine. He's going to stop that, right? He's going to end that bullshit war, which we never should have been in the fucking first place.
What is even going on behind his head right now? He should be apologizing for even saying something as absurd as he's not going to vote for Trump. But guys, Sneako is very easy to manipulate. This is the reason why he became a Muslim. He was manipulated enormously. Not just by the Tate moment, but also some Muslim scholars got in his ear. Andrew Tate's brother is Christian. Andrew Tate is Muslim. Andrew Tate is very pro-Christianity. We saw him go to literally worship Jesus with his brother at a church. Most Andrew Tate supporters are not Muslim. They're Christian. A staggering number of them. And it's because they weren't easily manipulated into being like, oh, I gotta be like Tate in every single way. You don't have to become Muslim and take up kickboxing in order to improve yourself as a man, right? Sneako didn't quite realize that, so he literally got beat up on camera by a world champion to the point where he probably went from a 90 IQ to an 83 IQ, and then went and joined Islam. The United States is not an Islamic country, brother, and we're not going to be one. And if you're saying you're not going to vote for Trump because he doesn't support unironic racism, literally leave the country. Fucking degenerate.
He's going to aid end to Ukraine. Important. Number 3, he's going to avoid Israel expanding further into attacking Lebanon and all these other places.
Yeah, facts, correct. He's literally going to prevent global conflict just as a result of being a strong leader. Ukraine, October 7th, the retaliation after October 7th, the attack on Lebanon, none of it would have been possible with him in office.
He's going to tell them, yo, you guys got to chill. We don't want to get dragged into a fucking war. Like, you guys got to fucking chill. Because he had Israel on a tight leash when he was in office and avoided foreign conflict, right? Now, of course, he had
Bro, his chat needs rescuing. Literally spamming low IQ stuff. Obviously, not everyone watching him is like as degenerate as what we're seeing there, but still.
to play some games, some political games. Oh yeah, we moved the embassy to Jerusalem, all this other bullshit. That's fine, but it kept the war away. It stopped the war and it stopped people dying. That's the point. Next, getting rid of critical race theory and this fucking whole transgender bullshit.
I think he's compromised on that.
No, he's not. Degenerate. Stupid. Trump literally rails against Marxism. What are you talking about? You have an audience and you're saying stuff like this?
No. He's gonna remove it from the school system.
Dude, Myron's literally like, objectively wrong. He said he's going to remove it from the school system. He's talked about this for 6 years in a row.
He allowed, who's the tranny, the Kim Kardashian's dad? Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, what about him?
Irrelevant.
Yeah,
What?
Bruce Jenner's a Trump supporter. He's like, we love Bruce.
Yeah, because Bruce supports Trump. What are you doing? What are you even talking about? Bruce supports removing critical race theory from the schools, and he's talked about that as well. That's the reason he's supporting Trump. This low IQ reversion to he must be bad because unironically we're going to discriminate is just that. It's low IQ. Of course, Trump is going to say, thank you for your endorsement. Yes, you're right, because what matters is the quality of your ideas, not your identity. That game is what the leftists play. So detached from reality.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, Myron's like, yeah, that's fine. What are you talking about?
That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying he's going to remove it from the school curriculums, and he's going to.
Would he really? He compromised on a lot. He compromised on abortion. He's like pro-abortion now.
What are you talking about? No, he's not. He literally removed Roe versus Wade he gave the states the right to terminate it. He literally did more for the abortion cause than any other president in 50 years? How is this low IQ animal even saying stuff like this in front of an audience? Mentally captured by degeneracy. What you're seeing here is the effect of insanely resentful Muslim scholars that just hate America that are calling him every night for something. Because they know he's easy to influence. This is degenerate.
No, he delegated to the states. Delegated to the states.
And your response is, I guess I was just wrong about that. Just completely wrong. You should be ashamed. Let me make something very clear to the idiot Sneako fans that would repeat this ultra low IQ stuff. You want to cosplay as serious strong men, but obviously not really, but you want to portray that. America went and dominated your ass for 2 decades in a row. 400,000 people dead after 2001. Trump is the uniparty against the radical left and against the forces of degeneracy. And if you don't like it, you can literally get deported. All you freakish people about to find out what having an actual strong leader is like, because you forgot since 2016, you forgot what that was like. America is not a Muslim country. It is a Christian country. And we don't need 90 IQ people saying, I'm going to vote for Kamala because I hate Israel. America first is the message.
See, you don't even know. So, okay.
That's still slight. You should be completely against it. Don't delegate it to the state, to the president. Say no.
No, because
it doesn't. You're so stupid, bro. It doesn't work. That's not possible. You literally can't do that. There is a federal national ban on marijuana. Marijuana is still legal in California, and what, 30 other states? If anything, making it federally illegal would do nothing. It would probably make the problem worse, because then it would become, a militant political issue. But now it's been made so that it's not a grandstanding point, because states can vote for what they want. But he doesn't know any of this, because he doesn't know how the federal government is structured. He doesn't even know that the states make up the federal government, probably. He thinks that the federal government makes up the states.
Pro-life.
Look,
fuck the states.
Because it's a waste of time, bro. Like, honestly, it should be the states that deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Myron, again, has to educate him.
Because at the federal level, you got real shit you got to deal with, man. Like, fuck, who cares about these bitches?
Who cares?
And they're not able to enforce even weed. They're not able to enforce making marijuana illegal. If they can't enforce that, you think they can enforce something 50 times more important? When California spends billions literally sending like abortion vans outside the DNC and being like, oh, by the way, when you grab your cheeseburger and fries, you just get an abortion too. This is the reason people are leaving California and moving to Texas, because Texas can make it illegal.
Bitches about babies dying.
Let the state handle it. It's not a federal issue, bro. They got to worry about the border. That's the other thing too I was gonna say.
And he's softening up on the border so much too.
Softening up on the border? He literally rails about it to the point where the reason he's alive is because he turned his head a millimeter to the left to point to a billboard that was talking about illegal immigration. Is this guy an idiot? Dude, Kamala Harris, the administration that's currently in power, has let in 17 million illegal immigrants. The choice between them is clear.
He's gonna be better than Kamala. Kamala's running the border now.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, thank you, Myron. Look, Sneako might have a good heart, might be a good person, even though he's not showing it here. But really what he is easy to control. And so if he has the wrong people in his ear, he's going to say things that are blatantly absurd, like he's not voting for Trump.
And I'm actually going to bring a guy on Monday that's going to talk about this shit. So, and here's the thing. I can tell you from experience working in immigration, when there's a Democrat in, you can't do shit.
And look at this blank stare that's coming from Sneako after this is literally being explained to him in front of him. How are you not ashamed that you've been corrupted to the point where you can say such low IQ statements? Civilization is at risk of falling. There are no times for this like low IQ stuff of, oh, Trump said he likes Israel, can't vote for him now. The alternative is communism.
You can actually do shit when it comes to immigration. Immigration Title 8 enforcement is like a touchy subject that you can never actually, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, and it's heavily dependent on who's in office. It's a political crime.
Good. I'm glad at least the comments are like roasting Sneako for this. This guy says no matter how much Trump supports Israel, not voting for him after he survived an assassination attempt is stupid. Exactly. The left literally tried to take him out, and you're saying you're not going to vote for him. So what I hope has to be the final message that I have to put out on a topic as serious as this is, Sneako, this is a Christian country. And to his followers, this is a Christian country. You're going to fall in line and vote for Trump. Or you can join forces with the left, at which point we'll laugh at you and mock you endlessly for being intellectually weak.